Hi folks, welcome back. This is the video on the Ford Lightning. As you can see from the very opening there that there's actually an 04 Lightning. I just threw that on there because we had one and I wanted to kind of throw that in there so people could see what a Lightning was if they didn't know what a Lightning was before. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk around this thing. We're going to do some quick talks about it, and we'll kind of show you what it's got. I'm not going to go through all the settings and everything because that takes quite a bit more time, and I try to keep the video shorter. If you want more detailed videos on that stuff, let me know, and I'll get in one and I'll go through the pages, whatever we got to do. All right, enjoy the video. It's kind of like the Rivian in this aspect where it's not really intuitive for a tech guy. I'm not seeing different settings that will show me exactly what my charging is as I'm driving, and my kilowatts and that sort of thing. It will show you that you got regenerative charging. As you can see, this is at 97% charge with 274 miles of range. And it's really cold out here today. It says 28 degrees Fahrenheit. I haven't been saying that. I realize there's some people who use Celsius. I apologize for that. Overall, this is the same setup that's in some of the 23 Platinums and Lariats. You can kind of get this screen optioned with this same options that are in it, minus of course the charging ports. The main dash looks the same, except for it does have different gauges in it. So when you're in this truck compared to the gas powered or the hybrid version, which is a non-plug-in hybrid, you don't feel a difference in getting in this truck to one of the gas-powered ones. The fit, feel, the comfort, everything is the same across the board on these two trucks. Ford did a really good job on that. They set it up so the average person who gets in one of these doesn't have a culture shock getting into it and trying to learn about different things. And that's where I see a drawback, because as people get used to driving electric vehicles, they are going to want more stuff to be able to see more what's going on with the vehicle. I'll give you an example of why I say that. All your gas powered, well, not all of them, but a big part of your gas powered vehicles, they all have temperature gauge, oil pressure gauge. If you got a turbo, it's got turbo boost gauge. All those gauges are built into the system on those. And when you get to these electric vehicles, it's like they forget all that, and basically what you have, your range, is your gas gauge. Your temperature gauge and all that stuff. It doesn't tell you the battery temperature. It doesn't, give you that kind of information. It tells you if it's regenning, that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of disappointed with all electric vehicles across the board, because they're all doing the same thing, Rivian included. Tesla kind of does a little better job of giving you information on what that vehicle is actually doing while you're doing it. Here is an example of a 2021 Platinum. This is the 12-inch screen that's horizontal that I'm talking about. This is in the upper ends of the gas-powered F-150s. And it's the same one that's in the lower end Lightnings. As far as XLT, I think the Pro has a even cheaper setup. And here's the dash. As you can see, it's the same screen size and everything's the same. It's just programmed different. And you can see the different gauges up there. I'm sure the other screen is programmable too for different things, but I haven't seen where it actually has as much detail as what you can get on a gas motor. So that's where I think that the electric vehicle industry needs to catch up with what the gas industry has already done. So, like I said, everything's the same. The buttons, the knobs, the whole dash is all the same between the two. Even the steering wheels are the same. They have the same cruise set up here, but now I don't know if this has the blue cruise on them or not. It's got the fold down gear shifter. This one doesn't have the fold down armrest. It just opens that way. So just real quick, I wanted to show that. So this is the same as what you can get in a lower trim Lightning. This is a charge port for the Lightning. There's a cover on both sides, driver and passenger. The one on the driver's side is the only one with a charge port. The other one's decorative. It's just for looks, just to try to make it look the same. This is the charge indicator here. It'll tell you when you plug into it to what state of charge you're at. That's the DC fast charge. That's getting to be standard on all vehicles now, which is good. They have a tiny, tiny light, real tiny light up there. And it does okay, but I prefer to have a ring light around there. And if I end up with one of these, I will find a way to get into that to where the system will have me a ring light on here like what I have on my other vehicles. Of course, it's a Lariat. It's going to have a lot of options on it. And that's what they're producing most of right now is the Lariat. And then the Platinums come into play too. We had a Platinum gas one that came in and it's sold, it's gone. Almost every truck that we have coming in is a sold unit. They got some really good features on these, you know, heated rear seats, your power for your phone, laptop, whatever you got that needs to be plugged in. Leather seats. These are really good leather seats. They're the same across the board in the electric truck as in the gas truck. The color scheme on the Lariat is only this color scheme. The color scheme on the Platinums are blue and gray, and I kind of don't like the blue yet, but it may grow on me. Ford has done a really good job putting spraying bed liners in things. The power lift gate I really like on this. It's a power lift up and down, which you seen in the video at the beginning. It does have the home supply system here, so you can power your house or your tools or equipment out on the job site. This is one that would use to like a generator, a standalone generator. Of course, that's the power to turn this system on. It's got something that Ford has that a lot of manufacturers don't have, which is a nice feature on these trucks. If you're getting to be an older guy like me, you got to use something to get up in there. That step's really handy. I like the way that they do that. I'm not really going to do a whole tutorial over this whole truck. I'm just kind of giving you a quick rundown of what it looks like, because we have a customer, like I said, coming to buy this thing. So then I just hit the button again up underneath there. Boom, it's going back up. So they do a really good job with the lights on this. I like them, except for, well, let's talk about the wheels while we're right here. The wheels, they're kind of cheesy looking, but they're growing on me. These are 20-inch tires and 20-inch wheels on there. This light bar is really cool, but I don't like the way that it's kind of a milky color. I wished it was more of a clear color, because I think that looks cheap in my mind, that white on there. So it should be where it changes colors as far as when the lights come on or something, or it's transparent. Kind of like this. It should be like this, in my opinion. I think that would look classier. This does have the 360 camera system on it. Turn signals. It's got the unlock buttons on all 4 doors. Okay, so in conclusion, basically it's going to be up to the individual. Just like I said in my Rivian video. Oh, that's something else I wanted to touch on. I'm glad I said that. Rivian, I driven that SUV version, the R1S, and it's a really nice vehicle. Some people don't know this unless you're really, really into electric cars, is that Ford put in $500 million to Rivian the same time that Amazon did. So they did it for some shares, some stake within the company, because Ford has connections with Rivian for quite some time, because the very first Rivian battery pack, what they designed and was producing and testing, they put a Ford F-150 body on it. So if you go back and look in the archives on the internet, you will eventually find that. It's like a Rivian disguised as an F-150. That was before Rivian even designed what their vehicle was going to look like. So some of that technology from Rivian has to be merged in here somewhere. The two companies have to work together on that, or why would they let them put that body on that truck? I mean, it's really kind of weird the way it was. I believe that was around 2019. And then it was like a year later. Yeah, 18, 19, something like that. But then shortly, that's when they invested a bunch of money with them too. So anyway, what my point is on that is that I don't believe there's going to be a huge difference between the Rivian and the Lightning in a few years because of how close their ties are. So anyway, thank you folks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to, and give me a thumbs up if you like what you see. All right, thanks folks. Oh, by the way, we got a Mach-E coming. I'll do a video on that. So it'll be here in about 2, maybe 3 weeks. All right, see ya.